Welcome to the ELEMedia Talk Show. ELEMedia Talk Show is an audio-visual communication platform created to promote positive news in the city of Brockton. Today, I'll be hosting with my wife, Danielle, and my name is Alan.
Welcome everyone, and we are so glad that you could join us. Today we have with us Mariline Amedee, co-founder and president of the Haitian Community Partners Services. Welcome to the show, Mariline.
Thank you, Alan, Danielle. Really happy to be here with you all today.
Okay, wonderful.
Very well.
Well, the first question to you is to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do in the community.
Wow, I am a mother of 3 children, 1 girl and 2 boys, and I'm married. So again, as you presented me, I'm Mariline Amedee. I've been living in Brockton for the past 14 years. I have a master's degree in counseling and psychology. I'm a behavior specialist. I work for Canton Public School as a behavior specialist. And simply says that's who I am
And what you do.
What I do.
That's amazing.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
You're a very busy woman.
The theme of this particular talk show is community engagement or civic engagement. And I think Daniel has the first question for you.
Yes. Well, we know that you are pretty involved in the Haitian community, and you are the co-founder of, and also the president of Haitian Community Partners Services. Well, tell us, what is this all about?
Well, Danielle, this organization is a baby. It's a brand new organization, seven months, yes, we are on a 7-month in existence. So the ideas of this organization, it was way back from last local election that we had. So a group of young people and professional and dedicated Haitian were able to work together and to motivate the community and to help them going out and vote. And we worked so well, we said, why not continue working like that? Why not putting something together where we can educate people and help people to motivate so they can be part of the process. That's how we come with the idea, putting an organization which is not a 501c3, because most of the organizations in the Haitian community are 501c3. So we said we're going to create an organization that is a 501c4, where we have the ability to be part of the political action as well. So that's why we have this organization called Haitian Community Partners, an organization that can be politically involved and at the same time touching on the social welfare of the community.
Yes. This is very important. The reason is, most immigrants in the United States, because of, and I'm going to ask you a question about that, when it comes to leadership and civic engagement and being active in participating in decision making within the community. And when it comes to policy making, it's very difficult to see immigrants very engaged in the process. Are you aware of any of the challenges or the reasons why we are not that much engaged? Can you name some of those issues on the show?
Well, challenges a bunch, a lot. As an immigrant, as you can, all of us are immigrants. So back in my country, involving in political matters is not something that we do.
Right.
And if you do, you are out of the country. So because you cannot have an opinion. This is how it is, so you take it or you leave it. So when you migrate, coming to another country where you have the privilege, where you have the autonomy, you have the opportunity to be part of the process, you're afraid to be part of the process.
There's a fear there, yes.
There's a fear. So it's a fear that why I'm going to talk, why I'm going to be involved, because back in my country, I don't do that.
Right.
This is how it is, you give it to me and I carry it along. So not only the fear of participating, but also English is not a first language.
There could be a language barrier.
There's a language barrier as well.
Right.
So we are not eloquent enough to understand the process
Have the confidence
to be part of it. And those are certain challenges that as an immigrant community that we are facing, where people are the fear to be involved, because why involved? Because my voice is not gonna make any change.
It's a belief.
You know, that's how we grew up. Again, it's come back with the culture part of it as well. So there's a lot of challenges in participating, in engaging in community engagements.
Right, and I think it is not just the Haitians. I mean,
the
all the other immigrants are probably facing similar challenges. But how do you address the issue of possibly the language barrier being the issue, and how do you go about
solving this issue?
You know, solving the issue of having them not being afraid, and how do you educate them on civic engagement?
Well, Danielle, it's I think that's a great question. So we are in different radio stations. We are on TV. So the Haitian Community Partners vision is to empower. So when you take the word empower, it's not, it's to give them promoting themselves, give them the opportunity to be involved, to be part of the process, you know, so they can influence. So what we are planning to do at Haitian Community Partners is to engage the community via education, via civic engagement. So when we said education, we as an organization, as member of the organization, we have to educate ourselves as well.
Absolutely.
Because it's not because I have a master in counseling and psychology, or John has a master in public speaking, and then they know all about civic education.
Right.
So we brought people outside who are the expert to come and train us, to give us the ability so we can go and do that work. So when we said doing that work, so to teach people about the branches of the government.
That's very important.
And you need to know that not just for to pass your training.
But again, give them not only the branches of government, and then how government works. And what is the priority? Well, for example, if I ask you questions, do you vote, when do you vote?
I know you're putting me on the spot, but I love it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Because we're having a conversation.
Exactly.
So most people tend to vote in federal,
right.
national election, right? Because they think, well, you know what, I'm going to vote for the president, I'm going to vote.
That will be it.
That's what it. But again, they are wrong. Because that doesn't change anything for you.
Wow. I didn't know
The thing that's changed everything for you is the local government. That's where you have your influence. You don't pay the government, the federal government, your taxes on your houses. You don't pay the federal government money for the water and the sewer. You don't pay the local government money for your school system, for any other things. Everything, politics is local.
Yes.
If we're not involved in local government, we're not involved in anything at all.
Wow.
And there is a fear of when people hear the words politics, they're afraid.
Right.
I was reading something today. Someone said, "Well, if you don't have interest in politics, know that politics has interest in you. At the end of the day, it's going to influence you." Well, for people who are watching this show right now, if we have some immigrants who want to know some simple, basic, specific, and clear steps, at least to remove the fear out of the way and make the first step. What will it be? What will be the first step?
The first step, what I would say, is to be engaged. To be engaged in any way that you can. Be engaged and be present. So when there is a town hall meeting, be present. They see you. They know you are here. You're part of the conversation. When city councilors are holding the meeting, be part of it. So let them know you are here, you're taking notes.
I exist.
When the school committee having their meeting, be there, be informed. And so you're learning the process. Sometimes you don't have, all you need to do is the present.
To be present.
It's to be present, because at the end of the day, not only the Haitian, not only the Cape Verdean, not only the African, not only the Puerto Rican, but it's everyone.
Yes.
It's everyone. if the politician doesn't see one ethnic group, the ethnic they see in front of them, this is the one that's gonna have the most services, the most benefit.
Absolutely.
Right.
You gotta be part and be present. Because
Very much.
everyone competing for the same thing. We
Right.
continuously telling our community, you need to be engaged, you need to be part of the conversation, because there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Because it's so simple. They give you that opportunity. That's an opportunity that we have as citizens. We come here, we work hard, we pay our tax, and we become citizens. So we have the same right as any other citizen.
Thank you
So
so much.
we don't need to be afraid of being part of any political
It's all right.
decision.
Thank you so much.
And it needs to start in our community, in my street. The
In our
lights
homes.
in your home, the light is off on my street. You should be able to pick up the phone and call the city hall and say, listen, there's a light that's off. That's community. That's member engagement in their community.
I like that.
Absolutely.
I like
So
that.
that's how we involve. We don't need to wait for the government to come and pick up our trash. In front of our house, you see trash around, pick it up. That's community engagement.
Absolutely.
We
I
are
love that.
engaged to make changes. Slowly but surely, we will make the change that we want. But if you're not,
Start with the little one.
you
The little
start
things
with
can
what
do.
you can do. And then you focus on bigger one later.
Good.
Thank you very much. I like that. Do you have any questions?
No, I think we're going into break time.
Okay.
Intermission. So Mariline, what have you done recently, or just generally speaking, in resolving the issues of lack of civic engagement in the community?
Well, 3 weeks ago, the Haitian Community Partners sponsored a forum, a gubernatorial candidates forum, so at the War Memorial, where we had sent invitation to all the candidates for governors, and but we had 4 of them responded and they came. So
Beautiful.
it was a great turnout where the community came and asked some questions and a little bit knowing who they will more likely to vote for. And they were very engaged, and the candidates were very pleased to have the community come around and ask them some questions. So it was a great turnout, it was a great event. So that's in the line that our organization trying to let people understand this is how we need the community to be engaged. Be part in every process, be part in every event, so we can be part of the conversation, not listening to the conversation afterward, but being in the conversation.
Conversation.
Be a voice,
that's
love it.
definitely, that's one of the events that we had 3 weeks ago.
That's very powerful. And what's more important to me right now is people watching. They may be interested in knowing more about your organization, and they may also want to join this movement
Or
Yes.
support.
or support this movement
Right.
or organization. What do you think that people need to know firsthand about your organization and feel comfortable to join? Of course.
Well, listen. Sometimes when you said when I said to someone, the Haitian Community Partners, people tend to think, oh, it's for Haitian. No, it's because we, when we created this organization, we thought it was out of emotion.
I see.
So we have the name, it was a group of Haitians, so we said, okay, we're gonna call it HCP, and then it sounds good, Haitian Community Partners. But again, the philosophy of the organization is community.
Right.
It doesn't have anything to say, to do with Haitian only.
Right.
It's for all the community. So
Right.
at the end of the day, we all want to empower the underprivileged people. That's our vision. Our statement is to work in partnership with other organizations to
That's right.
empower the underprivileged, all the minorities, because after all, I think we all are minorities,
Right.
and
some
most of
level.
us to some level.
Right.
So it doesn't have you. it doesn't have anything to do per se
Right.
with the Haitian. Only Haitian can participate. It's open to anyone
Right.
who are someone who's open-minded and ready to serve the community and
Right.
want to empower the community. So you are welcome. Then anyone who wants to join us, you just come to our office. It's 37 Belmont Street, 3rd floor, and you just fill an application and come and join us in a couple of meetings and see if it's something that you want to do and how you can help us continue with the vision and the philosophy of the organization. So at the end of the day, we want everyone to be comfortable and advance the community for better and bigger things.
Good purpose.
Thank you for the clarification. Open to all.
To all, open to all, yes.
That's very good. Now, how can someone reach you? Do you have a website, social media page?
Telephone number?
Yes, we do have a website. It's www. I'm saying it in French. Oh, my French. That's the beauty of it. www.haitiancommunitypartners.com. Or you can join us on Facebook, Haitian Community Partners, and like us, and you can fill your application online.
Good.
And at the same time, if you want to donate 10, 25, you can donate right online to support the works that we are doing.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. This was very informative and I think very important. Now we'll turn the microphone to the audience. If anyone in the audience wants to ask any questions.
Feel free.
The question I have for you is that what first desires you to help not only communities but also the Haitian people in the community?
Well, that's a great question. I came here and I had the opportunity to go to school and educate myself, and I can advocate for myself. But there's a lot of people who cannot do that. And that's the zeal that I have to be the voice for the other who doesn't have a voice. So because I have the knowledge and I have the capacity to do that, so that's my motivation. So to help people to grow with me and bring people out of the dark so they can see they are exist as I am exist. So therefore, that's what motivates me to do what I'm doing, and I will continue to do it without any reserve. So that's who I am. I think it's in you.
It's in you.
It's in me. It's in me. I don't have any stories to say this is the story that made me doing that. But I think the opportunity that I had and the knowledge that I have, the capacity that I have, give me the strength and to help others. So
Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty much satisfied with your question.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, hi. I don't have a question, but I want to give Mariline a special shout out, and I'll try to be as brief as possible. I first met Mariline when we were campaigning for a certain gubernatorial candidate. The first time I met her, and I've seen her at various community events. She's very active in the community, and she practices what she preaches. But I had a sort of change of heart in a particular candidate who I really, really respect and really admire. And I was feeling torn about that decision because, you know, I really liked the candidate, but I made a decision to support another candidate because of a particular issue that they were standing for that I think is extremely important in the work that I do. And I sort of sent a group message to everyone, and you know, who was in the previous campaign, sort of, you know, letting them know my decision, and Mariline was so supportive of what I did in terms of my decision, and she made me feel relaxed that it's okay for me to have you know, made that decision, and she said, you know, we are all on the same team, we're, you know, our interests are for the community, and I greatly appreciate it because it was a very difficult decision. But that's what leaders do. Leaders have bigger picture of what the community means, and I just wanted to thank you because you're truly a leader in the community and an inspiration. And so, thank you.
Thank you. Well, you know what? It's touched my heart because this is the community that we live. So outside of Brockton, so when they say Brockton, people always have the negativity about Brockton. So I think we as leaders, we have to have a better understanding how to work with each other to move Brockton out of the cycle that it is. So I think if we, I think as what I said on my text, it's we don't have any space for animosity. Because if we do, we will not be able to do the work that we need to do.
Right.
So again, we need to be strong and work together as a family, because being a part of the community, regardless, as I always said, regardless if you are Haitian,
That's
Very
African,
Hispanic.
Cape Verde, Hispanic, we are in a community, because
Right.
there's no community without ethnicity.
That's true.
Right.
So
That's true.
again, we all have to fight. We need to fight for Brockton. I'm fighting for Brockton. I am in. And what you're doing here, it's because you want to fight for Brockton.
Right.
Absolutely.
The job that your organization, you're part of it, individually, we are fighting for
Right.
Brockton. So I think that's our job and our duty to motivate people to be engaged and do better. So thank you for giving me the support, and I will continue doing what I know
Best.
best to do.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Anyone else want to ask any
Yes,
question? Yes.
Is there a program that your organization can bring to the Haitian community, the people who comes here in this country? Is there a particular program that can be enforced by even by the government for them to actually
Seek information.
be or seeking the information so they can better themselves in the community, also make America better? Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a very powerful question.
It is a very powerful question, but at the same time, political involvement, it's a voluntary thing. Community engagement is voluntary. So you cannot force people to be part of a community, but you can educate them. But when I said education, politics doesn't come in a one package, because it goes with economic as well.
That's right.
So you mentioned parents who have 2 jobs. So how can you, as a parent who have 2 jobs, and then to come to a city council meeting? This is not the priority. This is not the priority. But what we need to do is to bring it to them. So that's one thing that the Haitian community partners want to do. So to bring the information to them. How are we gonna do that? You know, we are, like, I'm taking the Haitian community per se. We are a community that's very audio. So we don't read very often. So because it's part of our culture.
Right.
So, but we listen to the radio. We watch TV. So there's other ways that we can bring
The information.
the information to them.
Right.
So again, it's my job. This is what we are trying to do. It's your job. We cannot force. There's not, because if we said forcing,
There has to be a willingness.
a willingness
Some
to
type
do it.
of willingness.
And
Yeah.
then how to do that is by
To the
educating
media.
them. Give them to the media. Give them the simple, basic thing, and then they will move forward.
That will
Let's
call
see.
some action.
Like for me, I don't know, Angel. It wasn't the first time you are a delegate.
First time I was a delegate, yes.
I didn't know what I could be a delegate. But again, I forced myself to
Yes.
get the information, educate myself,
Right.
motivate a group of people, and educate people in my organization the importance of being a delegate and how the process being done. The first time we went into Brockton High, in my ward, I was a delegate, my husband was a delegate, and my son was a delegate, because I heard the way you can be one is to have someone to nominate you and bring people to
Absolutely.
vote for you. So inside that room, the establishment was there.
Right.
Those political establishment was there. The first thing they said, where those people came from? Usually it's 3 or 4 people who's here. Now if there's a flux of immigrant coming here,
That's it.
yes, we didn't know the process, we didn't know about it,
But
but
now we know.
now we know. It's information is key to everything. So if we don't have information, we cannot educate others, we cannot educate ourselves.
But there has to be a willingness.
They have to have a willingness
To
for
go.
people to go and do
Right,
it.
and the
So,
way to do that is to bring the message to them
to them,
via ways that we know they will hear it, they will get it.
definitely.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I think this is one of the most, I would say, amazing, informative, and powerful show that
That we've had.
and I think it's not only important and necessary to the Haitian, but also to the whole Brockton community. And I like the idea that everyone is welcome within your organization
Definitely.
to make this happen. Thank you so much once again.
Thank
And
you,
thank you,
Marlene.
Brockton, for watching.